So there are a number of different BoomX-D kits from Comica. This is the D2 kit with 2 transmitters and 1 receiver. Those regular to the channel will know that this is not the first Comica product we reviewed. A while back we took a look at their V30 Pro shotgun mic, and for the price we were mightily impressed. Take a look at the full review up here. I'll pop a link in the description too. As for the BoomX-D2 kit, well, this is a different beast. I need to point out here that I'm not an audiophile. I know when something sounds good, I know how to capture decent audio, not that you would think it in here right now, but as for the various frequency levels and what value hertz does what, I'm not that guy. Furthermore, I know how bad the audio is generally in here. We're well past the point of needing acoustic treatment to this room, but well, we're just not there yet. Back to the Boom. First, opening the box, and well, these look like Rode. They are tiny. I'm loving these already. So there's 2 transmitters and the 1 receiver, a set of instructions we're probably never going to read because, to be fair, these are so easy to set up. A reset pin for the 3 units and a whole host of accessories, namely a lavalier mic and detachable windsock for each of the transmitters, a USB Type-C charging cable, and 3 cables to connect the receiver to a range of different devices. Looking on the backs of the units, each of them has this belt clip style clip. Now I get that for the transmitters, but the receiver? Why? Ah, hold on, you'll see. The top of the receiver has both a headphone jack and a main line out on the top. The transmitters have the built-in mics, the jacks for the lavaliers to plug into, on one side the USB-C charging port and reset pinhole, on the opposite side a dual-purpose mute and power button and a pairing button. Switching on one of the receivers, you can see a nice colour display which shows the battery level, signal display, whether it's the A or B transmitter, and the fact that it's searching for a receiver. The display dims after a short time, no doubt to conserve battery, which is great in the field, just not great when I'm trying to show it you on camera. Pairing, as I alluded to earlier, is an absolute cinch. Long press the pair button on the side of the transmitter and within a matter of seconds we're connected, as you can see from the corresponding signal indicator on the receiver. Yeah, it's that easy. Furthermore, on the receiver you can set the input level for the mics independently, which is great when you've got a 2-header and one person is louder than the other. You can set those levels easily from 0 decibels up to plus 12 dB. There's no option to pad though, so no minus 10 or 20 dB if your signal is too hot. Maybe that could be fixed in a firmware update, I don't know. As I said before, the receivers have a built-in microphone and also come with a mini dead cap for those mics that slips right over the top, so in a pinch, regardless of wind noise, you can get that clean audio. These dead caps are quality too, a rubberized fitting ensuring they're nice and snug and can't just slip off. But Adam, the clip on the receiver, why the face? Well, first off, if you've got someone on set routing the receiver to a field recorder, that's probably going to come quite in handy. But if you're generally like me and are run and gun pretty much all your shoots, the clip, as it says on the box, is multifunctional. But how can a clip be multifunctional? It clips, yes, that's right, but it also fits in the hot shoe. Not all the way in, and it is a little inelegant, but as you can see, it's snug and yet nowhere near the connection points to cause any damage. And I really did try to get that off. Taking a closer look at the lavalier mics included, they come pre-installed with these little foam tops, which can easily be removed for a cleaner, smaller footprint when you're indoors or there's no wind. And they're not just cheapo little things either, there's a rubber inner in there. Yeah, so it fits nice and snugly. Furthermore, the lavaliers have this extra little clip in the jack which goes alongside it to prevent it being accidentally pulled out when your talent moves around. And packing away, they come with a Velcro fastener for each of them, so no more knotting wires and breaking them, or getting out your mics on set and having to untangle the spider's web first. It looks so professional when you're doing that in front of a client. So professional. And finally, you have these 3 pre-coiled wires to connect your receiver to a smartphone. No doubt take into consideration, you know, the dual microphone headphone jacks that are still on some phones. One dedicated to Sony, Panasonic and Fuji, and one for Canon and Nikon. That's all well and good, but what is the sound quality like? Well, you tell me, you've been listening to it this whole time, the lavalier mic, that is. And the built-in microphone? Hold on. Just switch it on. Actually, let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'll put up here which mic you're listening to. So you can record either stereo or mono with these mics. Mono has them both coming down the right and left channel simultaneously. However, when you set them to stereo, transmitter A goes down the left channel, B comes down the right. Then in post you can easily separate them out so you have two separate channels that you can manipulate. It's nice to have that ability. So what don't I like about these? Well, first off, there's only one USB Type-C cable in the box and 3 separate units to charge. So you can either charge one after another or go fishing around for multiple cables and hook them all up to their own charging blocks, plug them into a USB hub on your computer or laptop and wait for them to trickle charge through there, or get a power bank with 3 USB ports and charge them all at the same time. Either way, you're going to have to buy more cables or charge them individually one after another. It's not a massive deal, but in all honesty, the less things that I need to switch out and put on charge the night before a shoot, the better. I've had similar setups like this in the past, granted nowhere near this quality, but they had a single USB to twin micro USB cable, so you could charge both at the same time, the single transmitter and receiver, that is. I don't know, I don't really understand voltage and amps, and maybe, you know, with the 3 charging off the one block at the same time, maybe that would draw too much power, but I'd have liked a little bit more of a cleaner solution than just the one cable and having to MacGyver how I'm going to easily prep this kit prior to a shoot. Secondly, and this is a bit of a biggie for me, there's no carry case. The box it comes in is great, it's quality. It's got, you know, a magnetic flap to hold it and keep it closed, but it's still not a carry case. Nor do I feel it's going to stand up to much abuse when used out in the field, which adds to the cost because I'm going to have to go out and source some kind of protective case to hold all this and organize it so it's not only protected, but it's easily accessed when on location. With that said, those are my only 2 gripes. As you can hear, the quality is good, even in here. I'll put on the screen what I've done in post-process to, you know, kind of try and sort out the audio in this room with no acoustic treatment. The computer fan is going, which is about 7 feet away from me, and the fan on the Godox VL150, which I'm using for my main key light, is pretty silent, review up here, but that's kicked in as well. So yeah, I'm quite happy with this setup. So those are our thoughts on the Comica BoomX-D2 kit. There's loads of different setups available in the BoomX-D range, including a few that have the receiver designed to plug straight into a smartphone and that kind of thing. But that said, even if you're only going to be using this and plugging it directly into a camera or a field recorder every now and again, and your main shooting would be on a mobile device, well, you get that cable anyway. So I'd say you're probably best getting this and a converter if your phone or tablet doesn't have a headphone jack. They're like pennies, those converters, and then you get the best of both worlds, really. If you found this video helpful, a little like goes a really long way, so please do us a favor and give it a click. If you are in the market and you'd like to purchase one of these yourself, there's affiliate links in the description below. It doesn't cost you any more money, but gives us a little bit of a kickback to help support the channel and for us to afford stuff like this in the future to review. With that said, that's it. As always, my name's Adam, this is Musing of a Man. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I'll see you on the next one.